and the golden voice of Neal Ruhl. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy here in the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. That guy over there, D-Mac, Darren McCarty here in the house. We have BMG. We have Spencer Raxter as well, and we have all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. All you got to do, it's very simple, folks. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel and jump in the chat and get your thoughts out there. The good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. We are here for it. Lots of football to get to this weekend. College football starts.
Well, it really
here we go, D-Mac. Here we go.
It really starts again behind the curtain a little bit. You and I, great timing today, by the way. Just
pulled right in behind each other.
Pulled into each other. It's like a pit stop. It was like planned. And we got out, and I noticed, if anybody else noticed who follows Neal on the Twitter X machine, is that he's calling a high school football, which high school football starts in Michigan tonight for everybody. Should be exciting, probably going to be sloppy. A lot of places, obviously, the concern with the heat index and stuff like this, so everybody make sure you're hydrated. That starts now. All you young kids, start drinking your water now. It'll help you later. It's from Uncle Darren. But you're doing football season, like technically, you're broadcasting it tonight, high school, Fraser at Troy Athens, but like, it starts. We've been talking about it, but does this not
No, it's here, it's on, it's for real.
It's for real.
It's for real now.
For real. So football season's here. For real. At it tonight. A lot of excitement.
Yes. We're going to do a Chiefs-Lions preview. 4.0. Everybody does the mock drafts, 1.0, 2.0. We're doing Chiefs-Lions 4.0 today.
And as we should on the first official day of football is commencing.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
Brick it up. Let's get bricked up.
Get bricked up. Spenmo, does it take you back, man? The high school days?
I mean, yeah. It's
you were a high school football legend.
I had a good time. Had a lot of fun. I miss it, but, you know.
Spenny, break it down. You remember? Okay, say senior year. Yeah. Senior year, first, there's only one last first game, right? So, like, getting back into the season or whatever, do you remember your last first game, who you guys played, or your mentality going in? Were you, like, super stoked?
Yeah, we played Madison, and, yeah, I was really hype. Our team sucked my junior and senior year, but, you know, I was out there getting mine. I'm going to get mine.
Yeah, you're going to get your knocks in.
You know, it's always a good time. It's always a lot of fun. I do miss it, but what are you going to do? You know, I'm not paying to place in a semi-pro league and shit like that. I could have gone and played somewhere, but I went to MSU. So,
do people go to high school games, right? Like they still do?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, D-Mac, I'm calling the Troy Athens Fraser game tonight for the PSG Sports Network, so I'll be doing that, and you know, if you get a chance, give it a watch. I put the link out on my social media stuff out there. So tonight, high school football. We're doing heavy football, as we talked about, all day long. And, you know, we're going to do it. So, again, go to PMG's YouTube channel and check that out tonight. But we'll be doing it up, and it is football. It is all the way live. We got a lot to get to. I got a TJ Hawkinson thing for you that we're going to get to coming up a little bit later that really made me laugh. And, you know, it just furthers the point that, you know, Brad Holmes is a real one, though.
And
he is.
And I think in the extension of that, I was seeing some things, too, is where Philadelphia's not as happy, you know, with DeAndre Swift. So it's like moving on from Hawkinson and Swift, and you replace them with guys that are going to play.
Which is weird to me. Because D-Mac, I was told yesterday that DeAndre Swift is the next coming of Barry Sanders as far as Detroit Lions running backs go. Really weird that the Eagles get him, and then all of a sudden they're like the favorites to land,
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, you know, like all of a sudden they're going to land Jonathan Taylor. Now they're the favorites to do it, which is really wild to me.
Trusting Holmes.
Right?
Yeah, no, it's not wild. It's just, it is what it is, ahead of the curve.
Yeah, so we'll get into all of that. I can't wait to do we're going to do that out of the rip coming up in about 9 minutes from now. We're going to do the Detroit Lions Chiefs preview. This time, for this one that we want to do, and look, Chris Jones is still holding out. He said he's prepared to sit at least through week 8 of the season, which I think is an interesting play because
I think it's a very smart idea, and he should do that.
At least through week one.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to talk through that a little bit, so we'll get into that into the preview as well. So yeah, we got a ton of stuff to get to, and talking about the Detroit Lions and talking about the preview 4.0. It's just another example of the Lions content you get here on Woodward Sports and Woodward Sports reporters Gabby D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and of course Detroit legend Terry Foster are sitting at the corner of Woodward and Main Street, bringing you the latest inside information on your Detroit Lions. They will have episodes coming up 2 times a week all season long on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel, Sundays from 8 to 9 a.m., Tuesdays from 7 to 8 a.m., and that starts on Tuesday, September 5th, everybody. Get it in. You've spoken. We've listened. More Lions content. Tune in to watch the most in-depth reporting and breakdown of the game, the players, and they're preparing for the next game and the next time the Lions hit the gridiron. Woodward Sports Lions Insider Show, Detroit's first stop for game day. We got the market cornered on Lions coverage. But D-Mac, before we get into that Lions-Chiefs thing, we were discussing. I've never seen a lightning show like I saw last night.
Ooh.
To the point where I opened the bedroom window and just kind of sat there and watched. I've never seen that before.
Well, you got the luxury because you're lowered over us, so you're
absolutely.
at the elevation, so you were closer. Actually, you're in more danger. I think I counted as 7.
Well, no, we have there's a barrier around Washington Township where we actually deflect the weather other places.
Of course.
So if we don't want it to rain, we put the barrier up and the lightning from a distance
makes for a good show.
It
I
does.
think I counted a 17-second thunder last night.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So, even into this morning we were talking about hope nobody had to fly anywhere because the Metro Airport. Not that the planes couldn't get out, people couldn't couldn't get there. If you saw any of that, you see cars submerged and stuff. So. That just means I know where all the bad spots are. Mm-hmm. What do you immediately think? I immediately think golf courses. That's what my buddy Tolker texted me this morning. Think anybody think it would be playable down here? And I'm like, no. Everything's flooded. But even 94, the Lodge, all the places downtown. So just beware. And, when it happens overnight like that, Neal, this is the big thing because of the darkness, right? So people don't see how deep the water is and stuff. So best of luck to anybody who got stuck.
As my boy Darius hit us up last night, he's like, "Can anybody pick me up from the airport at 1 p.m. to today?" We're like, "Oh,
nope."
Yeah, sorry, buddy. We might not be able to make it.
Yeah, absolutely. WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Lots of reaction to Rod and his call yesterday, but he said that where. DeAndre Swift is the best Lions running back since Barry Sanders, but oddly enough, now the Eagles are going to be in the mix for Jonathan Taylor. So,
You got the next Barry Sanders and Jonathan Taylor, though.
They're stacking, bro.
Dude, that's a duo. That's a duo.
Yeah, they're absolutely stacking out there. But yeah, it is that, and that was pretty crazy last night. Lots of reaction to that in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread as well. By the way, we talked to John Yu yesterday from the Pro Sports Zone.
I was gonna ask you, did you see? So you were gonna say that he had Kerry Carpenter coming out to sign after the game. When he left us, he said, "Well, I hope the rain delay doesn't last too long so I can come out." And I saw pictures from Tammy, our Tammy Chin. She was out there helping out and saw pictures with that. But I was gonna bring that up. Did anybody laugh like the Tigers? I was locked into the end. Kerry Carpenter hit a grand slam.
He did.
Go sign autographs to John Hughes. Is there a connection there?
Well, yeah, and John sent me a message. They've got a photo for the office here that Kerry Carpenter signed to Woodward Sports. Yeah,
nice.
so we're gonna have that. I'll get that.
Awesome.
I'll get that all picked up. We'll get it in the back there somewhere.
But how about that? And obviously, coming up on the short end again yesterday. But the excitement, these guys don't quit. And one of the things that I love, Neal, is if you were watching the game when Carpenter hit the grand slam coming around, you see the excitement of the guys. Mm-hmm. They're all in it together. So for me, unfortunately the record and we understand, where we're at with that. But these guys are having fun and playing. How about, you get to see a Parker Meadows now. You get to see, a few other guys get an opportunity. I think Neal, I think we're a lot further along than I thought we'd be, right, with development and signs of some guys, because, Kerry Carpenter is one of the guys that's really stepped up along. We've talked about Green and Torkelson. Tarek Skubal went 6, gave up 4 or whatever, but getting back in the groove, I think, there is some light at the end of the, at the tunnel.
No, it looks like there may be. It looks like there are a couple of guys that can at least hit home runs, for Christ's sake. Thank God.
Well, remember when we were sitting here, legitimately
will anyone
going,
get to 20?
Anybody get to 20? And now Torque and Kerry Carpenter, they've gotten to 20, and they've gotten comfortable trying to get it to 30.
Well, Carpenter got there in 80 games.
That's what. See, now let's break that down.
Which kind of concerns me a little bit. Because is there a Chris Shelton element to this?
I was just going to say, is it the red pop Chris Shelton effect or whatever? But you got to let it play out.
Yeah, but
let it play out, and we will see. We will see over time. But could Kerry Carpenter be like the impactor coming out party like a James Houston?
I hope so, man.
Right?
I hope so.
So
I hope so. But yeah, so we'll work on getting that photo. I sent it over to you, Spemo, if you want to take a look at it. It's actually pretty dope.
Okay.
He's kind of a Woodward guy, it turns out.
Yeah.
Kerry Carpenter
well,
is.
we're Kerry Carpenter guys.
Yeah.
So that works out.
Especially when you hit 20 home runs in 80 games.
Well, it makes it easy.
You get a lot of guys when you're doing that stuff.
Hey, I like the red sleeves and stuff, so he incorporates the red in there. I like that.
Yeah, no, I know that you do. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, CJ Schneider. So Harris is doing work for sure. And to be fair, that was an Alavila pick, Kerry Carpenter was. But it is funny how once Alavila leaves, all these guys, get good. Huh.
You're nothing.
I'm never going to stop. I will never stop. I will never stop on Alavila. I don't give a shit if 4 of his draft picks combined to hit 40 home runs each in a season. He's not getting credit for it because they didn't get good till he left. That's factual. That's factual.
That's factual. All day.
Yes.
All day. Spenny, were you able to find that picture?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just a quick shout out before we go to break for all the wrestling. We lost a legend right here, Terry Funk, who was by far, the hardcore legend, barbed wire, everything else. So, so just a quick shout out to him. And I was very entertained and definitely an influence to a lot of guys that I'm influenced to this day, and being around the wrestling circle and talking to people and hearing not only what a sick performer he was, an innovator he was, but a great person. So Godspeed, Mr. Funk.
Jay Single says Neal will be at Alavila's funeral talking smack. I will not be doing that. I'll be thinking it, though. Travis L. Neal, when are we going to start getting the Mountain West get-rights? Week 2? I don't know, Travis L.
Get-rights aren't something you plan. It's something you feel.
I gotta see the lay of the land first, guys. I don't choose them. I don't choose the get-right picks. But the get-right picks choose me.
But not only that, but you're actually taking it even a deeper level.
I know.
Making your way out there to put the toes in the water, so to speak, for the people. So why do you want to jump the gun before that, right?
right, absolutely. And we'll have some news about that coming up, as a matter of fact, Mountain West get-right.
So it's not as if, so you know how behind the scenes, Neal's working hard.
For you.
For you guys, for the get-right. It's just we can't tell you right now, but all in due time, and it'll all make sense.
Absolutely. And I'm working hard at Planet Fitness because we're live from the Planet Fitness studios. You guys know the drill. You've heard me talk about it. Yes, $1 down, $10 a month. Yes, there's a black card available as well for just $24.99 a month where you basically own Planet Fitness and can come and go as you please. Look, guys, that's cool. They got a bunch of corporate stuff that I can talk about here on this little commercial as well. Let me level with you guys. Planet Fitness. I've worked out there going on 3 years. I can't imagine myself at another gym. I don't need to pay $100 a month for a rock wall. All right? Tons of treadmills, tons of weights, clean facilities, showers. All of it is there for you at Planet Fitness. I work out at the one just down the road here. I will never leave Planet Fitness because it's got everything I need and it's got everything you need as well. So do it up. Go to planetfitness.com. You can join there, or you can just pull in the parking lot. There's over 50 of them in the Metro Detroit area alone. It's the best value in the gym game, and it's the best gym in the gym game. Weird how that works out. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like a landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Off and running here, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Spencer Raxter, and of course, BMG, Big Mike Gentry in the house as well. All of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. By the way, peep the podcast as well. Big D Energy podcast. Rewind, fast forward. You can skip over Rod's call yesterday if you want. And if you're a sicko, you can rewind and listen to it again. It was entertaining. It was not informative. However, it was entertaining. That's what a lot of people have said, that it was entertaining. So feel free to get involved with that. You can rate it too. What should they rate it, Spenmo? A 5-star. That sounds good to me.
5 stars.
Review it as well. 5 stars. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. All 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth. There are so many stars in the review system. I can only think of one.
I can only think of
Fifth. Yeah, so jump in with the 5-star. All right, guys, let's do it. Chiefs Lions preview 4.0. I can't believe that we're doing this, by the way. We as a show, like the mock draft thing, I think you can tell a good show from a show that maybe struggles for content when they come out with like mock draft 8.0 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anyone that does it. If that's your thing, you're into it, cool. That's not how I operate. But for some reason, this Chiefs-Lions preview, we've broken it down from a bunch of different angles, what we've talked about. Now we're into it right now. Last time we did it, we talked about some of the Chiefs' deficiencies, right? We talked about the Chris Jones thing. I want to look at it from the Lions' deficiencies this time, and not a turn towards negative town, not a SOL. Although I want to write this down because this popped in my head, and this is an ad, and this is something that's kind of an ad lib that we're going to do with the show. There is an element of SOL that I'm noticing around town. Stick around at 11:28. We'll get to it. But DMAC, the Chiefs, the Lions, just so everybody knows, the Chiefs, a 6.5-point favorite. So that line seems to teeter. Just real quick betting thing on it. When it pops to 7, the people take the Lions. When it goes to 6.5, the people take the Chiefs, which, is pretty common. That's the way that works. Over-under is 54. What concerns you? What concerns you for the Detroit Lions? And it's easy to say, Patrick Mahomes, right? I'm not looking for the run the ball and win the turnover battle and win. I'm talking about matchups, right? DMAC, and this is a safe zone right now. I know we're stoked, not scared. I know we're bricked up. I know all of that. But let's just put it on the table, D-Mac. Like, what are some of the concerns for the people?
Let's start with the most glaring one. And before I start, let's go Red Wings party. I do, Big D Energy and Heavyweight Spenny endorse Chris Jones' stance.
Yes, we do.
Get your money, Chris.
Get your money, Chris. At least, wait till week 2.
At least until after week 1. But
who's the number? We know Patrick Mahomes, but Travis Kelce. How are we going to stop Travis Kelce? Or you can't stop him. You try to contain him right through the middle. So really the question is, for me, it's that linebacking core. And it's how are we going to limit Kelce to... maybe he's going to get his catches. He's going to get his catches, but can you limit him to 6 catches for 40 yards or 50 yards and not that big score or whatever like that? That's where I think it starts. And that's not the only concern, because I don't know if you know this or not. They got a guy in the backfield that runs hard, right? So again, in saying that puts the onus too on the linebackers, the line and stuff like this. I think it's still, I think that the blessing is that I'm not as concerned with the secondary, right, as I would have been like coming out of last year, because I think that they're figuring it out, and we'll talk about Brian Branch and what he's really added to allow that secondary to maneuver different guys different places, right? Yeah. They're fine. It's how the linebackers control the tight end and also the defensive line controls the running backs.
One thing I'm concerned with is how long it's going to take me before I punch Flannel Sam in the mouth in our new show. Because we have a new show coming on called Woodward Rivals. Your Woodward Sports resident Sparty, myself, and Walmart Wolverine Flannel Sam go head-to-head in Woodward Sports' latest show, Woodward Rivals. You don't want to miss Flannel Sam breaking down why this might be the year for U of M and me attacking every stat he brings out to back Sparty's honor. Tune in to Woodward Sports YouTube channel for the premiere on Friday, September 1st, and it's going to be weekly from 10 to 11 p.m. Don't miss the most anticipated Michigan versus Michigan State show Detroit has to offer, Woodward Rivals.
I think I'm going to have a nap just to be able to watch that. My boy Spenny, just every stat. I love it.
And by the way, just getting back to the Lions-Chiefs talk. I will ask the question to the people out there. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, by the way. Bradley K says, I don't fully trust our defense yet, honestly. I know we made improvements this offseason, but I need to see it first. I'm afraid the game gets out of hand early, and we're playing catch-up. And, it is. Jeff Berg says the run defense. So I feel as though, and guys, I'm with you, right? What's throughout history, with the Lions, what's the position that always seems to really get off against the defense? The tight end. Tight end.
It's been like that for years.
Years, man. For as long as I can remember. They never get off the field on third down, and the tight end always murders them. And you have, and again, just looking at it on surface, you have arguably the greatest tight end to ever play the game of football.
Travis Kelce,
I understand he's getting up there. He's 33 now? 34? Yep. I know he's getting up there. I hope the fall off happens overnight, like literally, like Wednesday night 33. Into Thursday. 33. That's not going to be the case, I have the feeling.
Yeah, probably not.
So where I go with this is, and it's been fun, right? Like all of our little movements where we've talked about Stoke not scared, and we've talked about bricked up, and we've talked about free J-Mo and Ben Johnson and all that stuff. D-Mac, this is creeping into the back of my mind. Again, I'm the only honest one out there, maybe. These concerns, I kind of share Bradley K's take on that. Because what are we walking into this game concerned about? Linebacker play? Travis Kelce? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, through all the change, and you've said, like, though they've addressed it, it's still there, but we got to see it.
But we got to see it. And
is that fair? So that's fair, right?
That's absolutely fair because as I just broke down with the secondary, that was maybe more of a liability that we're not talking about, right? That we think we know what we're going to get, right? So we're not talking about the secondary. We think that that's solidified. What we think we've improved on, but yet we haven't seen. And again, You mentioned the tight ends that have killed us. What has recently in the last few years been our Achilles heel? The quarterback, mobile quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So so until we see how the defensive line, the linebackers come together and stop that, or at least contain that, that's our number one concern. And I think it's absolutely fair because to what you just said, Neal, we're not talking about the secondary. So we've given that rationalization because we think the improvement and having Brian Branch really could be, and when we talk about him, I think that there's some great points that are being made and observations about him, but it's made you better secondary, and we all think that. So we're not worried about it.
Because here's what it is, guys. And again, through all the talk, right, in the Super Bowl and the 8 cents of every dollar on every Super Bowl bet at BetMGM is on the Lions. Okay, if that is the case, and this is true, and this was my take a month ago, it was my take last week, it's my take today, it'll be my take next week as you get into the game week of it. If that's what you are, then you can't go to Kansas City and get cooked. If that's what you are, then you can't go to Kansas City and be down 28-10 in the third quarter. You can't do it. If that's what you are, then you're prepared for this. You're ready to swim in these waters. And this kind of ties in with my SOL take that I'll have for you guys coming up in just a little bit. And it's just conversations I've had with people. I talked to you the other night, right, at a fantasy draft at one of the local establishments. There were 2 takeaways from that. Number one, we talked about yesterday, where I saw 20 people in all different groups that were locked into the Tigers game, and Kerry Carpenter and Torkelson and all that. That was a wow. They've got a grip on this town more than we think they do. Number 2 was the SOL talk, because I hear it starting to seep out of people's mouth. And I got called soft for saying, hey, guys, it's going to take me a minute to fire these engines up. Because again, this is the conclusion I've arrived at, D-Mac. I'm like Bradley K. You got to show us.
Yeah, sure.
This is the Lions' chance to do the Rick Ross. Show us. We got to see it, D-Mac.
Yeah,
we do.
But it's always been that way, right? And
I'm not a bad fan for that, right? Like,
no. Dude, what is the thing
Rose.
if we're going to go facts and stuff like this? You mentioned it yesterday. What was that record of Dan Campbell in the first half of the seasons?
116-1.
So, hey.
That's grim, isn't it?
MCDC, show us. We believe in you. We believe in what you're building.
And there's an angle of truth to that, too, D-Mac. So you got to show us that this team can get off to a start.
Yes. We're not even, yes, to all of it. But I like our spot. And I think we all like our spot, and conversing with fans all over, doing all the different golf stuff that I do, it's different. And so it's SOL in some ways where you have to show us, but it's different because we think we're going to be shown this time. That's why it's different. It's the confidence. They're all on the same page. That's the biggest takeaway, right? It's not 3 Mile Island, as Terry Foster used to call it, where the offense, defense, special teams, ownership, everybody's on a different page. These guys are all on the same page, whether they succeed or not. As a fan, what else do you want? You're going into battle with the plan.
No, absolutely. What could be better than watching celebrities like Braylon Edwards and Darren McCarty play golf? What about playing golf yourself and being treated like a celebrity? That's what. Stop into any Randy Wise automotive dealership for your chance to play golf like a celebrity. VIP transportation. Free golf to one of Michigan's best courses, and a low-key awesome part of this, a tasty steak after compliments of Fairway Packing Company. Their steaks are incredible, by the way. Make the wise decision. Get to Randy Wise Automotive for your chance to win and be a part of the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour.
Big Boy Strawberry Fest has officially arrived, and we're here to show you the very best flavors of the season. Satisfy your sweet tooth with our deep-fried vanilla Oreos, strawberry hot fudge cake, and a slice of our classic strawberry pie. But that's not all. Cool off on a refreshing summer splash salad, or savor the flavors of our chicken Caesar wrap and strawberry bacon chicken wrap. And for breakfast lovers, don't miss out on our strawberry hotcakes or our mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Strawberry Fest is something for everyone. Celebrate the sweet season with us at Big Boy.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Winners, losers, pushes and draws, over-unders, prop bets, futures and spreads. Are you sick and tired of your picks being losers? Do you want to learn how to bet like a champion? Well, Woodward Sports searched the globe for the most dangerous man with a bet slip in his hand and gave him a show. Coming soon to Woodward Sports. Tune in every weekend as we introduce the greatest gambler to ever walk the earth.
Hi, I'm Booner, and I don't lose.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? That is exactly what Mark White & Associates offers. It's called the Minute-by-Minute Listing Agreement by Mark White & Associates. Try Mark White's risk-free minute-to-minute listing agreement today. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Keeping it pushing here. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Rockstar here in the building. All of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread as well. Remember, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump into this chat thread and get your thoughts out there as well. And the Big D Energy podcast is out there for you as well. If you can't catch it live, rewind, fast forward. Skip over Rod's calls from yesterday, or listen to them again if you're a sicko like we are and thought it was kind of funny. But yeah, we're talking. It's Lions Chiefs preview 4.0. We're doing it. Next week will be 5.0, like the final one. Travis L. on the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Aaron Glenn has had months to prepare, knowing they have to stop Kelsey. You can't let that guy beat you. If the other skill players ball out and you take the L, fine. You can't let a gold jacket guy cook you. But Travis, here's what I've noticed, kind of through years of covering sports. The gold jacket guys, ... They're
gonna get there.
They're
gonna get it.
So you can't let the other guys step up and do it, right? Because you can limit them. So what's success? 7 for 80 with a touchdown?
Yeah,
right?
for Kelsey, yeah.
All day, right? And then you limit the rest of the guys and don't let them beat you. So it's either way, right? You can go at it. If you think you can shut down the gold jacket guys, then you key in on them and take your chances with the other, or you try to limit them and know that they're going to get theirs. And back to just on the last thing on Travis Kelsey, when he's going to be done? When he's done having fun.
Yeah.
You see the smile come off his face. That's when the body will show, when it's a job, because it's not that right now.
No.
He's having too much fun.
No, absolutely.
So.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, jumping into there, getting your thoughts out there. CJ Snyder says you just can't stop Kelsey, which is true, because Nicholas Earl says there's 31 other teams that try to stop him and haven't yet, and he's just built different, man. It is. Joe says, Neal, I'm worried about cornerback 2 in week 1. We go in Jacobs. How has he looked in practice? Has there been any improvements, Ben?
It's Jerry. He's doing what Jerry does. He's out there. He's being consistent. He's being aggressive at the point of attack, and he's putting his hands on people. And cornerbacks and offensive linemen are, if you don't hear their names, then they're probably doing something right.
Fair.
So he's playing well. He's being Jerry Jacobs. He's solid as it comes.
No, fair. And I'm down with that. I'm good with that. On the Chiefs side, though, we mentioned it. We talked about it a little bit. Chris Jones has said, one of the best defensive ends in the game. He said on social media that he's willing to continue his holdout from the Chiefs until week 8, and he's willing to forfeit his weekly $1.1 million game checks to do it. Spot Track tweeted out as well, just to kind of give you some context of how prepared this man is to die on the hill. Just to give you some context to it. If he holds out through week 7, he'll miss minicamp. That's $99,000. So basically $100,000 for missing minicamp. That's one. He'll miss training camp. That's another $950,000. So we're over $1 million in fines right now. Forfeited his workout bonus because he wasn't there at workouts. That's another $500,000. So we're just north of $1.5 million. 3 missed preseason games. That's $3.3 million more. Damn. And 7 missed regular season games, $7.7 million more. All in all, he's prepared to lose $12.5 million because he's got his eye on a $50+ million guaranteed contract.
$50 million?
They all seem to be $50 million, don't they, BMG?
Every time.
Every single
So
time.
my question to you, Bagman, salary cap, draft capital, where isn't Kansas City up against it? So, or can they? Where does the control go? Right? If he's willing to, and Chris Jones, to me, I mean, I think that he's like, I take him at his word when he's talking about this. I don't see it as he's posturing. One of the best things about Chris Jones is he's absolutely one of the greatest defensive playoff players.
Yes.
He has the mentality of playoffs. Mm-hmm. So he training camp, all this stuff, especially after winning and knowing what it takes. Yeah. How much money has he made in his career?
Chris Jones right now just sitting on this year is right around a $20 million guy.
No, I mean like up until like what has he made career, right? So he's got enough. Like when a guy says, "Hey, I don't care, I'll sit out." It's about the principle of knowing. Like
he's made $68 million so far.
So you know what I'm saying? And I seen a quote of him coming out saying, "I can weather this." Somebody told him, "You're going to lose this much money." And he goes, "I can weather that."
Yeah.
He's always been a big picture guy, like a bigger picture, like what's it about? And I think that he wants his bag, Neal. You can talk to this more, being a bag man, is that, like, I don't think this is a bluff. And I just wonder where Kansas City is at salary cap wise and everything else to make this happen. And all I care about is, can they make it happen before week 1, or is this more to drag out into week 2, 3? Who cares?
Yeah. To me, D-Mac, like bagman approach, and Catspot actually has a good point here. Jones is likely not going to take less than $30 million a year. Aaron Donald got 26. Jones is better and younger, especially in the big games, just being younger too. And you want to get granular and say, oh, it'll be 28, it'll be 32, whatever, 30-ish. All right, we can agree that that's around the figure that it's going to be. So this is a unique situation to me. Just analyzing it. Now remember, I'm not trained as a lawyer. This is just a fan.
You play one at home.
Yeah, I just play one at home. This is just a fan talking that's kind of been around sports for a while. So here's the deal. If I'm Chris Jones, I get it, right? Because he's never going to have as much leverage as he does right now. But here's my concern if I'm Chris Jones' camp is that money that you're missing out on. I get it, right? SpotTrack's accurate when they say he's prepared to set $12.5 million on fire to try to get $50 million guaranteed. But if I'm the Chiefs, D-Mac, it all comes back down to this. If I'm interested in him long term, then I think that I'm happy in two fronts. Number one, if I'm interested in him long term, I can basically miss paying him for half a year. Right? Which is $10-11 million, which I'm cool with that. If I'm not interested in him long term and a big money extension, I'm fine with it too, because I'll have him for the second half of the year and then he goes off and does his thing. So I think both sides, D-Mac, have their leverage, but I don't know that one has an upper hand over the other.
And that benefits us as Lions.
And the Lions are the winners, everybody.
If it's a stalemate right now and nobody's pushing the envelope.
I don't expect him.
Am I reading this right?
I don't expect to see him on the field that Thursday night.
And what? So you mentioned right now 6.5, 7 points is where the spread is. Does he move the spread a point?
Perhaps.
He has that juice.
D-Mac, maybe if it were like a 4 to 5 or a 5 to 6, he does.
Okay, but not.
But 6.5 to 7's different. You know that.
Yeah.
It's different. It's going to take a little more than that. And just for me, I think the Chiefs are very content to not pay this man for a half a year. I think they are. From a money economic standpoint, look,
they're up against it, right?
See, I don't know that they are. Like, you still got Mahomes, man. Like, what if Chris Jones doesn't play? Do you expect him to just fall out?
I mean,
I don't
either. But we're gonna see if Chris Jones really doesn't play. It's gonna change the over/under on that game for sure. And there's only one man you can go to if you need to know the over-under on games, and that is Booner. Because like a phoenix from the ashes, back like he never left, Woodward Bets is making a comeback. There's one man at Woodward to go to when you need your lock on College game day. If you want to take the under on the Bears on Sunday, or if you just want to know how many glizzies Joey Chestnut is going to house this year, and that man is Booner of Woodward Bets. Have no fear. Booner is locking in all football season to bring you the best picks only on Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Saturdays at 11 a.m. and Sundays at 11:30 a.m. Premieres live September 2nd.
There it is. You know we'll be talking about it all season long.
Hey, Spenny, throw that up. Throw the graphic up one more time, and I want to show people a little Easter egg how you know this kid is old school better. Look at the dollars.
Look at the
old school 5, 10, 20, and 50. You can, Neal, as a gambler, right? If you're a losing gambler, there's no way that you have that in your repertoire. That's a small flex on Booner. Great glasses, by the way. I just wanted to let you know you might want to tune in. He might be the equivalent, to the get rights. Let's see how he is.
Well, it's a tall task to expect the man
you can't.
to roll in.
But I'm just saying, am I right, though, with seeing the old Bills going, wow, there's something to it?
I mean, I don't expect him to go 43 and 15 like old Uncle Neal.
Not you.
Yeah.
There's levels to this, D-Mac, There's levels.
See, I'm glad you listened, Michael.
Yeah. You don't expect him to be 43 and 15. There's only one man documented by the Minister of Accountability and your bank accounts that delivers like that. I'm just saying, keep an eye on the show tomorrow. We're live at Dispo tomorrow, right?
Live at Dispo. T-Burgers will be there.
T-Burgers will be there. We will have all football nickel packages.
Oh, yeah.
NFL, college.
It's going to be a good day.
If you guys start doing high school nickel packages.
The OAA blue. Let's break it down. No, but we are going to do it. I can't wait for tomorrow. Big football show, college football this week. Quick question for the people.
Yes. Just last thing, and you know what? Busts his balls when he's wrong, but this is a great point as an athlete, too, that Brandon brings up, is that Chris Jones even won't come in after missing all the training camp and be in good enough shape, to get the major reps in the first game and stuff like that. That is truth too. You're not in that game shape and stuff, so even if he did play, he probably wouldn't be at the 100%. And plus, it's a regular season game, not a playoff game.
Right.
So I agree with that.
Let's go Red Wing Sparty. I think that $5 bill was used on betting Milt Plum's over in passing yards. They took the over 122.5.
He had a quarter on it and he turned it into a 5.
Yeah, there he is. That's our guy. That's the hero right there. That's a goddamn quarterback, everybody.
That's the old hot route. See the stare?
The real 16.
Yeah. You want to know what happened when the Lions took Chuck Long, maybe arguably one of the biggest bust quarterback picks in NFL draft history, and gave him Milt Plum 16.
Yeah.
That's where they did him in.
That's disrespectful. Who's worse, Chuck Long or Trey Lance?
It's funny you bring that up, and I talked about the people at Spot Track, and I just happen to have it up right now. And I wanted to hit this. Lindsay's in tomorrow, right?
Yes, he is.
I'm hitting him with this. Just to give you guys some context, the San Francisco 49ers have paid Trey Lance $27.9 million for 262 snaps.
And gave up 3 first-round picks to get.
And for anybody that doesn't know, San Fran named Brock Purdy as a starter, correct?
Yeah,
yes.
And Sam Darnold is the backup.
Because Trey Lance is a bum.
And you know what? You see what I do for you guys? Why I do all this charity work and got to miss out these Fridays, so Lindsay has to come in with his San Francisco team and hold them to the fire, boys. Mm-hmm. Hold them to the fire.
No, absolutely. Hey, let me tell you guys about the Sports Marketing Agency. They spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast called This is the S Word helps address the stigma associated with seeking help. If you're struggling or someone you know is struggling, go to thesportsma.com. Again, thesportsma.com, the Sports Marketing Agency. They're here to help.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com. Neal Ruhl here for 5 Iron Golf. You can play, practice, and party at 5 Iron Golf, located inside the Cambria Hotel in downtown Detroit. It's downtown's newest sports bar, 13 TrackMan simulators, a full bar, certified instructors, restaurant as well. Mention promo code Woodward at checkout, get 50% off. Promo code Woodward at checkout, get 50% off. You can go hang out downtown. You can go have a good time. Don't have to be a golfer to go do it. They have clubs out there and everything. If that's the way you want to work it, you can have drinks. They got the bourbon in effect. I know from experience. Had a great time down there. It's a pretty hype spot down there in downtown Detroit. Don't forget about the Woodward Sports Network 5 Iron Golf League Thursday nights. That's right, Thursday night. That's right, tonight on the simulators with the Woodward Sports fans. Of Woodward Sports Thursday Night League is presented by 5 Iron Golf, Mark White & Associates, and the Finnish Long Drink Alcoholic Beverage as well. Go to 5irongolf.com to tee up the good times. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, BMG, and Spencer Raxter as well. You're getting the feel, the football feel. Week 0 college football this weekend. High school football starts tonight. Lions' final preseason game Friday night.
All set up.
All set up,
I got
absolutely.
a fun fact for you. Let's go Red Wings party. This is a good one. Trey Lance's first name is the position on the depth chart.
Trey, that is true. It all checks out. It all lines up.
It all lines up.
We were talking about Chris Jones and his holdout and stuff like this. What if this were Aiden Hutchinson? Where do you think the Lions fans would be with this right now?
Ooh, I don't think they'd be happy.
There'd be blood in the streets.
Like as Hutchinson produced like Chris Jones or whatever, and we were in the position right now. Oh, they'd be all over the team. Get it done.
They would be.
They'd be all over the team. Get it done. If he's producing like whatever,
there'd be blood in the streets.
There'd be blood in the streets. But it's a good thing that we don't, and I think that as Hutch improves, he'll be taken care of.
The blood of the gods will flow like the rivers of ancient Babylon.
Chuck Brewer says, Neal, the diehard fans will be jumping off the bridge. Well, there'll be multiple bridge options in downtown very soon. Yeah. So there'll be that as well. But yeah, it would be crazy. It would be absolutely crazy. It'd be cool to have Chiefs problems, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Hey, we got to sign this guy because he helped us win a couple Super Bowls.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh, my God.
So
the fans would revolt here.
Wait, hold on. I'm saying if it was now, if he's Chris Jones and we've already won a couple Super Bowls and whatever, yeah, the diehards would be let's go. But, you know, a lot of us would be fat cats, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, a lot of us aren't going to survive lives winning a Super Bowl, bro.
I'm definitely not going to.
Dude, being bricked up for that long, there's got to be some combustion somewhere.
For sure.
Yeah, it is. Man, it would just be wild out here. But Lions Chiefs, it is coming up. We are doing our, just wrapping up our preview. There's some other Lions stuff I do want to get to, but you guys know. Thousands of you watched last season. We are back at it for the Lions pregame show. Another season of Lions football. Join host Jeff Iafrate with weekly special guests on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Whether you're sipping the Kool-Aid or you're getting ready to scream same old Lions, we're going to talk about that coming up in just a minute. Or just because he looks so attractive on the graphic, you want to check out Jeff Iafrate. Those are all valid reasons to check out the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show. Starts live Thursday, September 2nd at 6 p.m. Eastern. Join us all season long for action-packed pregame experience. The Woodward Sports Lions pregame show hosted by the man himself, Jeff Iafrate. So, again, we're going to be your home for football coverage all season long. So, get ready, everybody. We're going to be doing it. SOL. I wanted to bring this up. Because D-Mac, as I'm in the streets, as you know, I'm around town, I'm getting the vibe, the pulse of the people. two things have jumped out to me over the past couple weeks. Number one, these fans have a connection to this Tigers team to the point where they're watching a rando August game and locked TF into it, sitting around a bar on a Tuesday night. That was number one. Number two, D-Mac, and I've noticed this from friends, I've noticed it from listening around town, and you did your damnedest. You did a tremendous job of rallying the people with the Stoke Not Scared movement, the Bricked Up movement. We've seen companies around town name Bricked Up. We've seen it, that actually lay bricks, which is pretty cool. But D-Mac, I'm noticing there's some leakage now. Some people I even talked to. Well, if the Lions hang in there and cover the spread, I'm all right with that. If you notice, I just don't want them to get blown out.
So so these people, where's their fandom?
I'm noticing
they're not the. Right now, the Stoke Not Scared fandom, you are at an 8, 9, or 10. You're all in or you're not. These are people that aren't all in.
They're not, D-Mac.
So that's fine. So they can nilly-willy. We don't pay attention to them.
But the closer it gets, the more I notice.
Yes, because you're preparing yourself, right? You're trying to. It's human nature, survival, right? So you're thinking like the worst because you're entering. This is why it's not same old Lions to me in using this analogy, is because you're entering territory you haven't been before. But the thing is you got to have the confidence. So there's always a nilly-willy. Listen, you ever do the polar plunge? It's got to be cold. But how many people go jump in the water? Or got to tip the toe in first or whatever? Just jump in. That's where we're at right now. You're either in or not. And I think that Stoke Not Scared. Stoke Not Scared. It's sort of like, are you on the first few ships, in, or are you going to wait until the report gets back and it's hunky-dory? Now, listen, it's okay if maybe you can't handle the ups and downs and the stress and stuff, so you're just going to play it by ear. But it's the self-awareness to be like that. But that's a different group. That's a totally different group of where I would put them, okay, they're the fans that they're just the fair weathers. Or as, like the whole, what are you guys always talking, I'm sure Spenny on your new show with Sam Flannel, the Walmart Wolverines and all that stuff like that. To me, that's the fandom. So everybody's not bricked and stoked, bud. But they did a good job of talking and acting. But now as we get closer, and look, the SOL thing. Right, exactly.
The SOL thing, what I'm noticing, D-Mac, there is an SOLF. I think there's a portion of same old Lions fans they're talking the game, but now it's time to really have the expectations.
You ever been punched in the face?
Yes.
Okay. Right?
It's D-Mac. I got a story for you about that, too.
What I'm saying, right? So what being a Lions fan right now is you don't want to get punched in the face, but you're 100% willing to get punched in the face. That's what it is. I'm willing to get punched in the face. Now, listen, I've been punched in the face tons of time, and I bleed like a sieve, lucky I got a cement head. Right? But the fact is, you don't really want it, but I'm willing to do that. It's like getting ready to take a punch. So some people will deter and never want to get punched in the face. They never do, so they got to stay on the line. These are for the people that are all in, that are bricked and want to get punched in the face. Holy, that's another show.
There's no doubt about it. I'm ready to be hurt again.
That's where it is. And those other people just aren't. They're not ready, and that's okay. That's okay. They need something else.
So, Spenmo, Honolulu Blue Sparty, Neal, can you be half bricked? That's where I am.
Like quarter chub?
Just a little tingle.
Yes, you can. Yeah. You can be anywhere on the scale that you want to be.
I walk around quarter chub.
Spenmo right here, right now.
But you know what? But you got a great life.
Ready for action.
You got a great life. You're always ready.
Spenmo right here, right now. You expect them to win?
Against Kansas City?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do I think it's going to happen?
So then you don't expect them to win, then?
Do you expect them to win, or do you want them to win?
I expect them to win. I expect them to win every game, but obviously I don't think they're going to win every game.
Do you think they're going to win?
If Chris Jones isn't there, yeah. If Chris Jones doesn't play, yes, I think they're going to win.
BMG, you expect them to win, yes or no? Right now, you calling for it.
I don't know. I think Arrowhead.
You putting that first mortgage payment on the new house on.
No. Not going into Arrowhead, but I do expect them to come out and show some things and compete with them. But I do not expect them to go into Arrowhead and win. No.
Can we chat, pull it? Right, being honest, right here, right now, do you expect the Lions to win? Because I want to have the discussion,
Is it rational to expect, and if we've been talking about we got to see this and that first, what I expect is a competitive game and a field goal game, maybe even an overtime game, a game that we're in it.
So you're into a moral victory then?
What's that?
You're into a moral victory.
No, I'm into seeing. I'm into competing with the best team that I consider in the league right out of the gate and seeing where I'm at. Right? Like, what do you want? I mean, I've played, this is like going into Colorado or into Dallas or whatever. Now, you got your game plan. You know you can win. But the expectations as a fan, and that's different than a player. All those players better expect to win. Mm-hmm. They better have that mentality. We don't have to as fans, right? But I know I'm more of the lines with Gentry. That's where the acceptability, right? So that's where I'm at with my bricked and stokedness. I'm not in covering the spread and doing whatever. I need to see the eyeball test we always talk about of this team improving, being able to compete. Because so your moral victory, yes, Neal, because then I know where I stand.
If they go out there and they go head-to-head with the Chiefs and they lose by a last-second field goal, are you going to be mad about that?
If I'm told to be, if I'm stoked and I'm all in, I'm not into more. If you're a division champion, if you're a Super Bowl contender, moral victories do not matter to you.
There's no such thing as a moral victory.
Not in the National Football League, man.
We're not. You call it a moral victory. I call it.
That's what D-Mac. If you don't win, that's what it is.
No, you can be built. What do we have to see? We talked about the whole first segment, right?
I've seen moral victories.
We got to see. So do you have to see a win against Kansas City?
Yes, because I've seen moral victories.
To have a successful. Well, I don't think with 17 games, right? It matters as much to lose that first game if you go. There's certain
Yeah, I'm not going to say the season's over.
No, I'm not either.
If you put it down, like we go through the list, and we're going to do it about wins, losses, right? How many? I'm probably going to put a loss down first game.
Yeah.
There's a comment I want to get to, and we're going to push back the nickel package because this is going to trigger me. Just so be ready, everybody. I am getting a haircut at Lady Jane's later,
but
though.
You know what? When you walk in there, bro, how would you like to win not one but two vehicles of your choice? One for you, one for the wife. Maybe you could do something nice for her, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get the Lady Jane State for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick, GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Neal Ruhl here for the Academy of Warren and my good buddy Mr. Kearney as well. They have kindergarten through 8th grade that feature AM, PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, Futuristic Media Center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, and kindergarten through 8th grade athletics. And those are played in a brand new state-of-the-art Sports Dome Fieldhouse with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can also be used for 7-on-7 football. And don't forget, Ermanni and Edwards will be broadcasting from their carnival live on August 24th. Come meet the staff and explore your child's new school. You can enroll right now. It's back to school time. Everybody, go to academyofwarren.net and enroll today. Pulling up on the second hour of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, BMG, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter, as well. All of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Don't forget about the podcast as well. Subscribe to the Big D Energy podcast. 5-star that thing.
5-star.
5-star.
5 of them.
5. Do it all out there. And leave a review, too. Talk about how happy you are. What an upgrade Big Mike Gentry is over Sam Flannel. That's the review I would leave if it were me. But I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm not. Spencer tells you what to do, like as far as Ermanni and Edwards with Maz at 2-4.
Yep. Eggplants.
Is that what it is?
That was yesterday.
I'll do cheeseburgers. Just for the hell of it.
Just because it'll trigger both of them?
Yeah, just spam cheeseburgers in the Ermanni and Edwards chat.
Cheeseburgers, yeah. Do that.
How'd the eggplants go yesterday?
Eggplants went well.
Nice.
Eggplants went well.
WoodwardSports.com chat poll. Right here, right now, being honest, do you expect the Lions to win in Kansas City? 68% of you say yes. Okay, I want to get to this because I told you I'm not into moral victories at all. I've seen moral victories. I've seen moral victories against the Chiefs in the greatest loss ever played at Ford Field when the Lions played the Chiefs. So was I.
Yeah.
Was that the greatest loss you've ever seen?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I was watching that with TJ and Frank Zombo, former Kansas City, up in the suite. That was unbelievable.
That fucking lateral from Shady McCoy to Travis Kelce.
Great moral victory. Did you walk out feeling good?
Kind of.
That's my point. So Michael Boyd says, Neal, now you're moving the goalposts. No, Michael, that's how this league works. See, this is what I want everyone to wrap their head around, Michael. This is a win or lose league. There's no column for close losses. And if you're a Super Bowl contender or a division championship caliber team, you win these games. Is your season over by the math? No. But let me tell you what is true, Michael, and it goes back to this, what I've talked about in the past. You have an opportunity this Thursday night to exercise a lot of Lions demons that you will not get again until the NFL playoffs. That's a factual statement, man. You don't get this opportunity again. And as I said before, I would take this win, and even if you told me you're going to lose the Seattle game, I wouldn't care. And yes, I know about NFC tiebreakers and stuff. I want this to show me that it's different. That's not moving the goalpost.
Okay.
There are no moral victories. There are no, it was cute, they lost by a field goal in overtime. That shit's over, man. Win these games.
Well, I think that, in your argument there you say you don't care. You're saying to show you that's the eyeball test, the facts that you need to think that you're at a different level.
Yes.
But I look at it, and maybe other people look at it, that if I come out of the first two games, right, I think the must-win game is against Seattle more than anything else. Like, we have to win that game. If you're going to say which game do you have to win because of what Seattle did to you last year or over the last couple of years, stuff like this, I think that's the win-win game. The Kansas City game's a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
The Kansas City game's a bonus.
You don't get this opportunity again.
Throughout the season. You're correct. But I think that we're talking about two different things, because at the end of the day, when the season's done, it's not the end of the world. But it will be for you to say that you're at a different level. That's the proof you need to beat Kansas City. Then you can say, okay, this team's legit.
Sound Kayak, just be happy and lower your stress level. You sound like someone who's about to have a heart attack, Neal. Because, Sound Kayak, I want this desperately to be real. I want this to be real. We've been told this before. We've walked into this before. And guess what? We stepped on a rake. Yes, I'm excited about it, man, because I want this to be real for a change. And we're so close.
I'll give you real, bro. You know what real is? Because you can do it all the way along. If you're anything like us, there's nothing better to do on a fall weekend than lock into hours of football. Well, now Woodward Sports can top that. Sit back, crack open a cold one, line up your bets, and tune in to watch college football all Saturday, every Saturday, and Lions football Sunday with your favorite Woodward Sports personalities. Woodward Sports Live Game Watch Party. Right here is the latest show to hit the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel. Preparing September 2nd at noon. Yes, September 2nd at noon to watch the Michigan versus East Carolina University game. Then the State versus Central Michigan University game. Then tune in for the Lions season kickoff at Arrowhead September 7th, all season long. Watch along all season on Woodward Sports YouTube channel so we can argue about this live with everybody as the game goes on. Up, down, here we go. It's going to be a heck of a season, whether it's college or pro, and we got it here for you.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Mile High GTB. Just like Michigan and Ohio State, we can still make the playoffs and lose this game. So this game doesn't matter that much. This one does! This one does! I'm tired of hearing. I'm not preparing to lose. You know what I'm saying? This one does matter. This is different. Everybody in the country's watching this game. Literally everybody. No one's watching the Lions play the Seahawks week 2. This one matters. Because let me tell you guys what the narrative's going to be. Let me tell you what the narrative's going to be. They go out and they get cooked in this game. Even they lose this game, they'll say, "Oh, the Lions, man, they're cute. Their coach is cute. Everything's cute." Maybe they'll be back. Maybe they won't. This one does, man. Am I overdoing this?
So now we're getting into it a little bit more. You want it because of what it will mean nationally.
Yes,
that's what you want. So
I want everyone to know.
So you're not even talking about the end of the. You're talking about this game can put you even on the map and tell everybody that what they bet in Vegas and what everybody's talking about, and this is the new Lions team. You want it because this is
real.
This is the coming out party.
Yes,
and
it's
if you
real.
don't win this, then it's all back to being all the same. Nationally,
yes.
Nationally.
And it will be.
So you're talking on the national perspective.
Yes.
I can see how you're
I want that, D-Mac.
100%
and
right.
we can say it doesn't matter. You can say it doesn't matter, but you know it does. You know it does when you go into an airport with your Lions hat on and they laugh and say, "Wow, they stink." That doesn't change. This is an opportunity to change that. And tell me again it doesn't matter. You're bullshitting me. You are. Because you know it's important. That's what I'm talking about. That's why this game is extra, man. This one's different. Week 2 against Seattle is not different. This one's different. That's Patrick Mahomes. You want to be in these waters? Then be in these waters, man. I'm not dicking you guys around. This is real. This is years of watching this team. This is one playoff win of my lifetime. So yeah, I'm extra for this game. D-Mac, it's boiling over now. It is.
No,
I'm serious as I can be about this.
This is as close to a playoff game as you can get. This is a Super Bowl. This is everything. This game is the only thing that matters. Because
to me,
it pops nationally. Yeah, absolutely. Has nothing to do with winning the North. Has nothing to do with coming back. You could win the next. So you're saying like they could win the next and finish 16-1, but it's about beating the. It's about stepping up to the king.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And taking it.
Yeah.
When they don't want to give it to you.
Is it fair to say, like March 26, 97, forget about the fight and all that stuff. We had to win the game because we set the league record 62 wins, got beat out in the playoffs, hadn't beat them in the regular season. I'm talking about Colorado, right? So this is the March 26th game of winning the game. This is how you sort of look at it against Kansas City right now.
Jake Wagner, winning this game doesn't mean ish if you crap the bed the rest of the season. The high of beating Kansas City will fade rapidly if the success isn't sustained. If you go into Arrowhead and beat Kansas City, you're not going to go 1-6.
That's fair.
Stop with this unicorn example. I feel like we're talking about the NFL draft and say, well, if you want a quarterback, yeah, take him in the first round. Yeah, but Tom Brady. That's what that's like. If you win in Kansas City, you're not going to go 1-4. Wrap your head around this, guys. If you go into Kansas City and win, guess what? You're a good football team. You are. Spenmo, check me here. Is this too much?
No.
I don't, because this is real. I'm tired of this, man.
I agree with you. If you go into Kansas City and win, you can beat anybody anywhere. That's what that signifies.
That's what it signifies.
And it's the opening day of the NFL season, and everybody in the country is going to be watching.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally every single person in this nation will be watching.
We want to be in the position to to now have the conversation of how do we not come off this high with the downer for the second game. That's what we want to have this conversation and enjoy it, but be talking about how we're not going to allow Seattle to do what they did last year and stuff like this and have to build on it. We're always going to look to be building on this. And I think that the way that the team's built culture-wise, that what we see everybody together is like if they execute, they got an opportunity. So
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Pat O'Shea says it. I'm a 65-year-old man. I'm tired of this. And Pat, that's where I am. I'm tired of it, man. And this is a chance to go take it. And that's why this game is different. And as I've said many, many times, and I will say many, many times, you do not get this chance again until the NFL playoffs. You do not get it again. This is as real as it gets. Maybe I do need to go to Dispo.
Yeah.
Well, experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. You'll be there tomorrow in Romeo, Neal. Maybe we can hook you up. Indulge in the finest selection of cannabis.
Maybe an overnight gummy?
With care. And yes, and it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like you said. You could actually cruise over there. With over 12 locations, including their new location in Whitmore Lake, Dispo is never far away. Visit DispoShops.com today and unlock a world of endless possibilities in the realm of cannabis. That is DISPO shops.com, your local cannabis plug. Remember, tomorrow, doesn't matter you want to get education or not. What's that burgers called? Yeah, exactly.
T-burgers
get out
out
there
there
for the T-burgers. They'll be out there along with the Woodward Sports.
Have you ever argued with your little brother? How about some random guy you're stuck in a room with for an hour? Flannel Sam and Spencer Raxter are at each other's throats. One Spartan alumni and one Walmart Wolverine are locked in a room with nowhere to hide. You're welcome. Whether it's go blue or go green, you can go to WoodwardSports.com for all the action. Coming soon to a device near you.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and WoodwardSports.com.
Woodward Sports' love of college football. Do you love college football? Well, Woodward Sports loves college football. That's why we're bringing you Woodward Sports for the love of college football pregame show, the latest Woodward Sports Network show to tune into on the YouTube channel. Spencer Raxter, Flannel Sam, Easy, and many more. Get you ready for the college football kickoff, premiering live on September 2nd, every Saturday morning from 8:30 to 10 a.m. on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Whether you're a Sparty, Wolverine, or a fan of that other team that we won't mention, we welcome you all to start your day of loving college football with Woodward Sports Network every week.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. And just talking Lions, Chiefs about it. Sound Kayak. I get yelled at enough by my wife. I don't need my sports talk shows to yell at me. If I wanted that, I would listen to Valenti, and I will never listen to Valenti. Sound Kayak, there are a lot of people that feel the same way I feel, man. Like the comment right under yours, the ski mask boy. Neal is absolutely right, though. If we topple Arrowhead, it's a for show.
Valenti's really good at this job. Like, you can hate him all you want.
Yep,
but
that's factual.
the guy's nationally, like, objectively a great radio host.
Yes. Yeah, say what you want.
Yeah.
Say what you want. The contract speaks for itself. There is no doubt about that. CJ Schneider, free JMO. That's right. WoodwardSports.com. Get your free JMO. Get your free JMO t-shirt on out there. We talked about it Tomorrow we're going all in. I'm going around the board nickel packages. Just to wet your whistle, though, we got a nickel package for you here today. Let's kick it. We got a mix. Lions, NFL. Let's do it.
All right, drop me a beat, Gentry. First question of the football nickel package. Who will be the starting linebackers for week 1 for the Lions?
Alex Anzalone.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
I know it'll be him. I know he'll be one of them. I think when it's all said and done, I think Jack Campbell will be out there. Can Derek Barnes-Flip play the other side?
Yeah.
Then there's your 3. I think that's going to be the 3.
I think you're right. I think everything that we've seen, and we'll obviously have to reevaluate to see what he does this weekend in the last preseason game. But what we see with Jack Campbell being the rookie, his ratings in the first couple games is he's ready. So
yeah.
I think it's a luxury. Anzalone, obviously, he's a shot caller right now back there, and
he's got the contract, so it's going to be him.
Absolutely. And here's the one thing, Neal, that I always mentions when we're talking about this is how do you know they're in a better position at linebacker? Because the guy we love and one of our own, Malcolm, is coming off the bench, and that's where he will be the most effective to me.
And that's why, and we talked about it. And Spenmo, you had your guys in the line at the linebacker spot that you wanted in free agency.
Yep.
That actually went to division rivals.
Yeah.
Your boy Edmonds.
Yeah. I wasn't paying him that much, but I would have liked him.
So there you go. See, and Brad wouldn't either. And that's why it's cool. And again, that's why through all this, and look, guys, I know I'm passionate about the Kansas City game because it presents an opportunity that's not otherwise available to us. Through this season, this season even could be a 7-10 season. And once the emotion wears off, I'll still be at a good place with the organization where they are because of the foundation, because they went from a 6th-round pick having to start, and then in one draft supplemented it with another draft where the 6th-round pick then came off the bench to play. That goes to show you that holes and gaps have been filled.
Well,
so I'm all right with that.
The big thing is what we're seeing is the consistency is that Brad Holmes drafts guys that get in the lineup quick.
And gives them the usage.
Yes.
And they did it. So I think that's kind of the way I see it. Second down.
All right, second down, second question of the football nickel package. Who will have more all-purpose yards next year? Jahmyr Gibbs or David Montgomery?
Real quick, WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Hoof Hearted says, if Jack Campbell had long blonde hair, the Lions wouldn't need Anzalone.
That's true. Per Terry Foster.
Yeah, but you can have depth with white guys with long blonde hair.
That's true.
I think you can have that. You can never have too many of those guys.
Jack Campbell is a cornbread savage, though. So like the shit I hear about him, how he just before games and shit, just stands in the corner, no headphones in, no nothing, just staring. Like the dude is a psycho.
You love that.
I love it.
Yeah. You know what though? Yeah, I've talked about him before. I'm kind of into my guy David Goggins.
Oh yeah.
How he talks about. He says he doesn't run with headphones. Because what do you do when the headphones come off?
Who's going to carry the boats?
Yeah, absolutely. Getting back to it, though.
You don't know me, son.
Let me put you on a spot here with this one, Spenmo. If you had to make a line on this, a betting line, who will have more all-purpose yards, Gibbs or Monty? What would you set that line at? Just off the top of your head. You're not a Vegas line maker.
I would say...
Just your gut.
I would say... Montgomery minus 145.
Okay, so you got Gibbs at plus 115.
Yeah.
Ish. I think I would take Gibbs in that scenario.
Okay.
I would take whoever's the plus money in that scenario. I
would almost gone Gibbs minus 120. I think all his yards are going to be more aerial.
So right around a pick then. It's a great question.
I think it's fair to say a pick. Montgomery's going to lug it on the ground, but what we're expecting out of the backfield, and what were we talking about yesterday? He's more of a receiver.
Yeah.
He's a weapon. When I hear we're going to use him as a weapon, that means he's going to get it in space and get to run a lot. So, I mean, I'm taking plus 115 all day.
Yeah, and that I kind of trapped you with that one, but it is around a pick 'em situation, and for me, you look at where Montgomery's been as a receiver, right around 40 catches a year, right around 40. So I would probably lean Gibbs because I think he's going to pop 2 receptions and he's going to pop them.
He's going to pop a couple 60s probably.
They'll get him on a wheel route where he's locked up with a linebacker that he cooks, and he'll bust off 60 yards on it, something like that. And just to come full disclosure, I've been a big Gibbs guy in fantasy football drafts. Even being in this town where I know going in that I'm going to have to even overdraft him more than if you were fantasy football in Dallas, you would have to overdraft him. You know what I'm saying?
And where's your confidence level compared to, did you have Swift? Or that was Sam's guy, right? Like, when you were having this conversation last year about DeAndre Swift, and it was about if he's going to stay healthy, but you have much more confidence in what you're going to get out of Jimmy Gibbs.
I do.
You drafted him in 2 teams, right?
I did, yeah. So I'm in, and I think you're talking about 65 catches, 70 catches. 75? You're going to see a lot of catches.
I don't hate it.
And he's going to bust it.
He's going to get a lot of work in the receiving game, especially in the first 3 weeks, or first 6 weeks.
Absolutely. Lining up at the slot in all of it. And he can get you something, too, after he catches the ball. Third down.
Third question of the football nickel package. More realistic Super Bowl contender, the New York Jets or the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, this isn't even a question. This isn't even a debate. It's by default the Bills because the Jets have no Super Bowl chance. None whatsoever. I'll be stunned if the Jets get to the playoffs.
Oh, come on,
I'll be stunned
man.
Work backwards. Trademark. Work backwards. The Bills, the Dolphins, right? It amazes me how Aaron Rodgers gets his free pass. A guy that didn't even have a 300-yard passing game last year. Not one. Gets this complete free pass at almost 40 that he's fine and everything's cool. And, obviously the questions always remain with Tua, who shows when he's in there, he performs. You can have questions about Aaron Rodgers. It's allowed. So you look at that, and oh, by the way, there's the hoodie lurking in that division as well. And the Patriots, he took them to the playoffs post Tom Brady. Okay, I understand that. But that you can make a path, right? What if Zeke? He won't. But what if Zeke?
You cannot make a path.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't make a path for the Patriots.
But they can mess up your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
The hoodie can mess up your Sunday afternoon. That's fair.
I don't think you're giving the Jets enough credit, man. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be really good.
I can't wait. Coffee?
On what?
They don't win a playoff game.
All right.
Coffee. There it is.
There it is. I think it's the Bills. It's always like knocking on the door and obviously make the step. When I think of the Jets and even more, right? To me, you ever see the movie, the magician one, The Prestige, or The Illusionist, or whatever like that?
Prestige is a great movie.
Prestige, like The Prestige. Like, that's what Aaron Rodgers is. He's like smoking mirrors right now until we see it. I'm leaning more on you, but I give more respect, so I'm halfway in the middle. But I don't think they're making it. They might win a playoff game.
Real quick follow-up, too, with the Jonathan Taylor thing. They're saying that the Eagles are the front runners to land Jonathan Taylor right now, which is weird because they have a great running back in DeAndre Swift. But anyway, I don't understand how that Bills are not all in on that.
Yeah.
But I do understand.
I mean, they can't.
Because they have $1.8 million in cap space this year, and they are $41 million over the cap for next year.
Yeah.
So if I were the Bills, I think I would still do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would give them the first round pick, and I would say, I'm all in. Yeah, I got pocket.
Is that where you think they're away? Just running back?
I think so, yeah. Okay. I think so. Yeah, I got pocket 10s. But I'm going out because the Diggs thing, if you want me to be anti on it, the Diggs thing is giving me some bad vibes. I really get the feeling that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, the Jets are not a Super Bowl threat, contender, factor, any of it, to me.
All right. That's fair. No, I mean, it's not fair, but it's your opinion. Next question of the football nickel package. More realistic MVP contender, Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence?
He trapped me. Trapped me on that one, D-Mac. D-Mac, where's your gut on that one?
Chick. If I'm going to go either or, I'm going Trevor Lawrence.
Are you?
Yeah, I think just because I've seen slow progression. Herbert seems that he's bottomed out and they haven't changed anything as far as coach or anything like that. Doug Peterson, I think, gets stuff out of Trevor Lawrence. So it's apples and oranges. I don't think they're going to be there. If they'd be like 5th and 6th on the list.
My answer is going to surprise you. I think it's Justin Herbert. And if it's not, and if he's not in the discussion, then for me, and I can only speak for me, then I close the book on Justin Herbert. And I say, okay, you're cute.
MVP or not? MVP or nothing?
No, like in that mix, in that realm.
Yeah.
It's time for him to show us. It's time for him to show us, right? The gag in the playoffs last year, all of it.
That was bad.
Who's got to show you more, Josh Allen or Justin Herbert?
Herbert.
Okay.
For real. This is it for Justin Herbert with me, man. Not that matters, obviously, but for me, if they come out and they're 8-9 again, I will never have talk of Justin Herbert on my show again. I won't.
That's fair.
Okay.
It's fair. He's got our boy. What's his name? The quarterback from Boise State that used to play here. Now he's the offensive coordinator.
Kellen
Moore.
Kellen
Moore is the offensive coordinator now, but Brandon Staley's still a joke. All right, final
He's got to overcome it.
Yeah.
If you're MVP, you overcome all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Final question of the football nickel package. Will this be the last season of Bill Belichick in New England?
D-Mac, I just think he's addicted to the game.
Yeah.
He's like 72, though.
I know. And it's like, because for me, if I'm him, I'm leaving when Brady left. And we go out together. You know what I'm saying? Like when he left New England, I'm leaving too.
Didn't that show both to the fact that he's a lifer to the game, but also too there was to prove, was it Tom or was it Bill?
And he did that, and that's fine. Like, and then to back that up, if I didn't leave then, I for sure would have left when I took him to the playoffs the very next year without him.
And they're not going to make the playoffs anytime soon. Like their division, they're going to be the worst team in the division for a little while.
Yeah.
My gut says no. But yeah, I mean,
he's addicted to it.
I don't see Bill, like, I know he golfs and stuff, but I don't see him going to the golf course every day and being content with that,
But I know if he needed home security, I know what he would do.
Absolutely. Guardian Alarm. You like Guardian Alarm? Mr. Belichick can let Guardian Alarm. Anybody can let Guardian Alarm. Offer you customized solutions from real experts, professional technicians to take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs, but I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. Here's the number, 1-800-STAY-OUT. 24/7 professional monitoring. Call us anytime, day or night. No other Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it is needed. So give them a call, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. How much do they care? Mikey, you're not wearing a hat, so you don't care about your hats anymore. But hey, how about it?
Hey, great try, BMG.
Yeah, absolutely. Way to step into it. Guardian Alarm. Spenny, what should they do?
They should stay out. Stay out of the end zone, Travis Kelce, in the season opener, please.
Stay out of Super Bowl discussions, New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers. You don't belong.
Both of those are great ones. Guardian Alarm, they might be able to help them, you, whatever. Give them a call today. Local security experts, tell them Big D Energy we sent you.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer at Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Houghton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Back at it, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Man, the show's only got 30 minutes left already. Football season, bro. Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, BMG, Big Mike Gentry. We also have Spencer Raxter here in the building as well. Lots of Patriots support in the chat, by the way. DNC ENT. People really sleep on the Pats, huh? Defense fins to be legit. I don't disagree with that, Tate. Eric says Patriots going to win the division this year. They're a sneaky good team. I do disagree with that one. But they are good. I give them more credit than most, apparently. DNC, Eric, and I give them more credit than most do. You know what New England is, right, in the NFL? They are the Utah of college football. Like, Utah's not going to win the national title. They're not going to get in the playoff. But you don't want to see them across the field from you. I do know that. You don't want Utah problems. You don't want Bill Belichick problems.
No. I mean, like, where it comes down to when you said the fact that they can get in your way, how confident are you if you're a Jets fan, you got to beat the Patriots and Bill Belichick to get in the playoffs, right? I mean, that's not like a lock win right there. Having enough said. Everybody realizes that they're not maybe a danger to win a division or win a championship, but they're always a division to win a game.
Right. There's something good I want to get to a little bit later on. We'll do it next segment, D-Mac. Spemo had a great question, and I think it's a good debate that we can have. But before that, I know that people were asking, you're out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're live Monday from the Detroit Golf Club and the Feldman Automotive Children's Miracle Network Mark Wahlberg golf outing at Detroit Golf Club. But people asked, and we like to give the people what they want. Just stay with us here for a couple minutes. D-Mac, the Red Wings for next year. More show of the people. People asked for it. The Red Wings. Where is what's the outlook right now? Because before you know it, they are going to Traverse City.
Yeah,
and camp will be going.
Less than a month.
I just want to take a couple minutes. How do you see it? Because I know we talked about the prospects and stuff.
Well, it's not even the prospects. You look at like going into the off season, which is considered the draft, free agency, and everything else. You look at the moves that were made, the additions that were made, the conversations that were had. I mean, ask BMG. He's our Red Wing insider, but this team is legitimately, and I know I took the clock off him and I said the expectations even before all the offseason happened was them to compete and make the playoffs next year. Now, you added a natural 40-goal scorer in Alex DeBrincat, one of the natural goal scorers in the league. First guy you've had since probably Marian Hossa in 10 years. You've added some veteran guys like a Petrie on defense. You got young guys that are battling for positions. I mean, this is the expectation. The question mark is the goaltending. But again, there's going to be opportunity for Husso to step up and really be that number one. But there's competition. This team is so when I sit here right now, it's yes, absolutely playoffs next year, and it's not going to be easy. We're going through the NFL, talking about teams and paths to winning divisions and stuff like this. We're just talking about the Red Wings' path to make the playoffs now. So who are you going to replace? And if you look at it, Ottawa, Detroit, Buffalo, these are teams that were out of the playoffs last year that are going to be fighting for one or two spots in the playoffs this next year. So, the imperativeness is health. It was cool to be out at Joey Kosher's golf tournament, getting to talk and play.
What were the streets telling you?
On the street. The streets are telling me there's a lot of competition in camp, development of some guys, but they're high on some prospects. And opportunity is there, but the fact that definitely everybody believes that they're so much further ahead than where they were at. One of the good things, I was talking to Robbie Fabry, so he's 100% healthy coming off those knee injuries and stuff, which is an integral thing.
That's BMG's guy right there.
No, he's a great I think it was
kid.
Spencer's guy. Spencer, didn't you like Fabry, or was that Rasmussen?
Yeah, I'm a Rasmussen guy. Yeah. I'm a big Rats guy.
Right, exactly. And everybody forgets, too, is when you lost Rasmussen last year, that's sort of when everything went down. So you're adding not only him coming back, it's exciting. And I think that as guys got a month left and they're in town, they're skating together and working out together and different things like that, this is where, that camaraderie comes in. I like it. Taking the 30,000-foot view, it looks, adding JT Comfort to Andrew Kopp and Dylan Larkin, it looks like Stevie likes the sort of Wolverine connection that they've built over time. You had to DeBrincat in, you had some of these little Caesars kids and kids that grew up playing together. Yeah, it just makes sense in how it's being built. So excited. It's going to come quicker than not, but playoffs. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tigertown in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. DeBrinket's going to go off. All right, D-Mac, this is sports talk for me. How many goals?
For DeBrinket?
Yes.
Probably like, I got him, he could 43.
Hell yeah.
37.
I was going to say 42.
Yeah. No, I mean, he could definitely go off. The inspiration, knows what it is. Obviously, we're looking at power play because you're looking at 50.
That's where I am, D-Mac. I want 15 power play
goals. But it's
also
look at how he makes the rest of the guys better around him. Makes the whole power play, not only the one unit, but both units better. So it'll be exciting to see, but I think he's popping 40.
Okay.
Neal.
Yes.
I got some update from the back. Breaking news, per Lucas Klotz. Quote, unquote, I would jump through that glass, Flannel Sam, when Neal was talking about Aaron Rodgers and Tua.
Bring him in.
Oh.
No.
He's too big time.
Yeah. He's too big time. B, we got better stuff to talk about.
And C, let Spenny play with his food for his new show.
Like, there's all these questions about Tua all the time. Aaron Rodgers, doesn't have a 300-yard passing game in today's day and age for an entire season, and he's 40, and he can walk on water, right? He'll just show up in New York, and they'll win, and they'll go to the Super Bowl.
If you had to win a game right now, you had to win a game, who would you rather have at quarterback, Tua or Aaron Rodgers?
And they're both healthy?
Yes.
Take Tua.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
If you had to draft a fantasy quarterback right now, and they're both healthy, shit, Spencer, come on. Come on.
He wasn't healthy last year, and the 2 seasons before that, when he was healthy, he won MVP both years. One of them should have been Tom Brady's, but still.
At least you're honest about it.
Tom Brady got hosed for that, but it's all right.
At least you're honest about it. If it were me, and you guarantee everyone's going to be healthy, and they're going to be what they are right now in today's day and age, I would take Tua in fantasy.
But to win a game,
I would take Tua.
Same roster, same coaching staff, same everything.
I would take Tua. Sorry, guys. The math says I'm going to win 2 out of every 3 games that Tua plays. That's been his career. That's what happens. That's inarguable. Argue the math, Spenny. Argue it.
I'm just saying, Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback.
This isn't him anymore, man. He's 40 now.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
Yeah. This isn't him. And I can't wait. Please let them start 0-2. Please, because I want to hear it. I want to hear that. I want to hear those post-game media sessions. I do. When everyone's out there trying to trap him and everything. He'll just tap out. I know he'll just tap out and he won't talk to the media.
Yeah,
I know he will. And he doesn't care about the fine.
No.
Have you peeped Hard Knocks yet? Have you watched any?
No,
of it?
I'm gonna have to binge it.
How about you, Mike? You?
Yeah, I've watched like 2 episodes. It's Aaron Rodgers' show.
Is it?
Yeah.
And
yeah. Neal,
so is it? Hold on.
We'll review the show or the first 4 episodes that'll be out when you watch it.
Okay.
We'll review it and talk about it after that. I want to get your full review on it at once.
Damn, I'm not gonna have any time to watch it this weekend.
So give us the Cole's notes on what after the first 2 episodes. What do you take?
So it's Hard Knocks, Aaron Rodgers propaganda hour.
Yeah, it's a lot of just Aaron Rodgers audio stuff like this. It's all Aaron Rodgers.
What's your takeaway?
I don't really like it. I think it's just too much. There's so many great players on that Jets roster, and I get it. Aaron Rodgers was that big news going to the Jets, but it's just not like the original Hard Knocks.
You just want to see more Ty Conklin?
No.
Is Braylon in that episode?
I haven't seen the one with Braylon.
So does it give you the vibe that it's going to work there or not?
Well, you can never tell with Aaron Rodgers if he's like faking it or not. So like
Chances
as of
are he
now,
is.
like the vibes are good. Like the team loves him. All the guys are handing him compliments left and right. But like
because they had Zach Wilson as their quarterback last year. If you're starving and someone throws you a cracker, it's the greatest cracker you ever ate in your life.
But that was one of the cooler things I did like about it was seeing him kind of like mentor Zach Wilson a little bit.
We do have a message. I have a message for you, Neal. I'm going to play this real quick. I haven't heard it yet. So this is going to be new to me, too. So here we go.
Dangerous.
You seem to forget that Aaron Rodgers the previous 2 years had 2 consecutive MVPs. Maybe that's why. You talk about Tua Tagovailoa. Oh
40.
my God, he wins
He's
games. Well,
40,
these 2 seasons
Sam.
Aaron Rodgers
He's
led his
40
team
now.
to 13
He's
and 3
washed.
records. Come on,
He's
Neal.
cooked. He's cooked. He'll be the one that reacts to it. I tell you when it's going to happen. He'll be the one that reacts to it. He's washed. He's cooked. How many?
He's cooked. Oh, I missed it. I was eating my.
How many times does this work? Has this worked? For real? In retro, Tom Brady's the only one, and he doesn't count because he's the GOAT. Peyton Manning got dragged to a Super Bowl by that defense.
I mean,
where?
With the Jets.
Really? What'd they do?
They made the AFC Championship game.
You know what the best part is, guys? We're going to get to watch it play out.
I know.
Stafford at the end of the day.
Stafford?
We save that so when it blows up in his face, we can replay it for eternity. That might be your Scott Frost take. Sam's pretty consistent on.
Yeah, we will. Hey, Strawberry Fest is going on now at Big Boy. You're running out of time, though. Classic breakfast items, strawberry hotcakes, the mouth-watering red velvet waffle. Not a breakfast person? That's fine. Try the strawberry bacon chicken wrap or cool off with the refreshing summer splash salad. Don't forget to get dessert, the Berry Delicious, the OG, the classic strawberry pie, deep-fried vanilla Oreos, or the strawberry hot fudge cake. All of that and more. Strawberry Fest. Get your local Big Boy today.
Winners, losers, pushes and draws, over-unders, prop bets, futures and spreads. Are you sick and tired of your picks being losers? Do you want to learn how to bet like a champion? Well, Woodward Sports searched the globe for the most dangerous man with a bet slip in his hand and gave him a show. Coming soon to Woodward Sports. Tune in every weekend as we introduce the greatest gambler to ever walk the earth.
Hi, I'm Booner, and I don't lose.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically enter for your chance to win not one, but 2 vehicles of your choice, courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. That's right, 2 cars, one for you, one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Let one of our talented, award-winning stylists make you look handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Your childhood may be over, but playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power, equipment, sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, Ellis Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes region with locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equip Co., your power equipment playground.
Yay, yay. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty, Sam Flannel via video.
Whoa.
Via video. Sam Flannel was just on talking nonsense. We have Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. That was a professional regrouping right there, BMG. Take notes on that one.
I will.
I made it look like I meant to say that.
Yeah.
Which I did not.
I have a question. Now, the Jets and the Dolphins play, correct? Do you know what
They do
week?
twice a year.
Do you know what week is the first matchup?
They play November 24th, which I believe is Thanksgiving Day, right? It is. Isn't it? No.
23rd is, right?
23rd is.
That's my birthday.
So it's a Friday. They have
Happy
Friday
birthday.
games now?
Thanks. Early birthday.
They do?
Well, if you said the 24th.
They play November 24th.
It's the day after Thanksgiving.
And then they play December 17th in Miami. We're going to know right away.
Well, I just want to be a fly on the wall for you and Flannel.
Yes. All I know is this. September 11th. Sunday night football. Right? Or is that Monday night? I don't know. September 11th. Bills are at the Jets week 1. We gonna see. Right away. Right out of the rip.
That's Monday night.
That's Monday Night Football. There you go. Oh, I'll be locked into that one. I will be locked in.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
I can't wait.
Listen, some of us, enjoy our horror movies in different ways. It's just, it's a try. You watch the pink slips in training camp. You want to see the guys getting, because it's life.
Yes.
That's your horror movie.
So they have the Bills at home to start. They are at the Dallas Cowboys the next week. Then they are home against the Patriots and home against the Chiefs. And then they're at Denver.
Wow.
And then Philadelphia's coming in.
Whew.
And then they're at the Giants. Then they're home against the Chargers. Then they're at Oakland. Then they're at Buffalo. And then the Dolphins are coming in.
So 500.
Wow. Yeah.
Hey, to me,
Tell me again.
500 is a win right there. You come out all those with 500. That's a toughie.
They get a blow later on. The second half of the schedule is a lot more manageable, but it might not matter by then.
Right, exactly. Look at what we're trying to change here. Getting off to that slow start and put yourself behind the 8 ball.
But that is a beast.
But Neal, to the point, and you will call it if they come out of there and for some reason are 7-2, 6-3 stuff, you'll give them props because they got to be doing it some way.
Those first 10 games
are sick.
Yes. Those first 10 games are a monster. They'll have to be 4-6 at a bare minimum.
Bare minimum. That's what I said. I would think that 500, you're happy.
Then after that, they got 3 home games in a row: the Dolphins, Falcons, and Texans. Then they're at Miami. Then they're home against Washington and at Cleveland and at the Patriots. So it lightens up for the last 7. But they got to survive that first 10. But after they lose to the Bills, I'll have Sam Flannel saying, "Well, you got to give them time to assimilate, and you got to give them time, chemistry and gel." He'll be using words like chemistry and gel.
Wait till they're 1-5 and they lose to Russell Wilson. That out of any of those tough ones, that's where it is, right? Goes in. I knew I could exactly. See, Lions just don't break you up. But could you imagine? That's the one where I hope Russell Wilson has his comeback one game against Aaron Rodgers. Dude,
yeah, I'll tell you this.
Could you imagine?
If they're 1-4, he'll tap out. He'll be hurt magically. It'll be a calf muscle all of a sudden.
Oh yeah. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, yeah.
Oh, and then they can say, well, it would have been playoffs. If it would have been all like last year. Well, it would have been playoffs, but we just didn't quite get there.
Yeah, because the Lions shut you down when you needed to win.
Could you imagine if they go into Denver and they lose to Russell Wilson?
Not a chance.
I don't think there's a chance either, but can you imagine? That would be... Hey, and then could you imagine New York media? Hey, could you imagine New York media? What's wrong with you guys?
This guy. New York media would tear him up.
Oh, my gosh, Neal.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I would love that.
And I'm saying there's a chance, bro. I'm saying there's an opportunity that happens.
They could go into hoof-hearted. They could go into Denver and lose to Sean Payton.
No, they can't.
They could.
They could, Neal. They could, Neal.
When is that game? We should do a Woodward live watch party of that one.
I was thinking that.
October 8th.
Oh, October. That's soon. Well, not soon, but soon.
Can we talk to the bosses and have a Neal Ruhl watch party? Jets Broncos.
I'm sure we could do that.
With me rooting for Russell Wilson.
Absolutely. All of us root for Russell Wilson. We think he's dead.
Except for Flannel.
I'm not rooting for him either.
Just the flannel. We'll host a flannel party.
Oh my gosh.
It's a 4:00 game.
That's so exciting.
The Lions play at 1?
That would be perfect.
Yep.
Oh,
Lions
right
play
after.
Yeah, Lions play at 1 that week.
For those of you who want the double feature.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
We'll be enjoying. Who do the Lions play that day, Mikey?
The Panthers.
Oh, we'll be enjoying a victory because we owe them a slap in the back of the head.
Yep.
And, that would be unbelievable. Could you imagine Lions victory and then Russell Wilson dismantling?
Lorena Rios, you'd be giggling like little schoolgirls. I will. Brandon Hasso says this too, and Brandon, I haven't noticed you in here before. If you've been in here, my apologies, but I appreciate you tapping into the show. He has no offensive line. He's Aaron Rodgers at 40. He'll overcome. He'll have 300-yard passing games like pinballs. Granted, he had 0 last year, but all of a sudden, magically at 40, he'll step right into that and just be zinging it. Fireworks, pew, pew, pew. Maybe he'll be zinging it all around MetLife Stadium every single week. But then you'll tell me how windy it is in New York Stadium all the time. That's really in New Jersey. You'll be telling me that. Sam Flannel, quote, I would jump through that glass when I was talking about Aaron Rodgers and Tua. No, you wouldn't, because you're a bitch. That's why you wouldn't. You don't want that. You just want to sit there.
Smoke.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You would not do that.
It's bulletproof glass, by the way, for your
That
protection.
would not be good for you. You'll sit there and you'll take it, and guess what? When Josh Allen comes rolling into town, who I don't even think is that great either, in a big moment. But when you play Aaron Rodgers at 40, it's not a big moment. It's just another football game. That's what it is. And they'll win. And it'll start then. We are so close. We had this great debate. Save this one.
All right.
Because that one hunts.
That's a good one. Don't do it without me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save that one until next week.
All right, we'll save for Tuesday.
Because I got my answers on the paper.
I have mine written down too.
Yeah.
Kind of missed that one.
That's going to be a great topic.
We got it for Tuesday.
Listen.
Are you guys ready for football season?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready for some football? All right.
We are ready to go, D-Mac.
Thinking about it, do you have football on the brain? Fall ushers in college and professional football. We've been talking about it. This year's going to be awesome. Fall is also a perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss. Yes, Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today at swissins.com or call 248-800-4177.
Have you ever argued with your little brother? How about some random guy you're stuck in a room with for an hour? Flannel Sam and Spencer Raxter are at each other's throats. One Spartan alumni and one Walmart Wolverine are locked in a room with nowhere to hide. You're welcome. Whether it's go blue or go green, you can go to woodwardsports.com for all the action. Coming soon to a device near you.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
How would you like to win a 100K Vegas getaway? Go with some of your best friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps.
Yes.
It's the Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win the 100K Vegas getaway at drinkcintron.com/Vegas.
25 red.
And buy Cintron at your local Meijer store.
Yes.
Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste and the choice of people who desire to look good, feel great, and be the best version of themselves. So make sure you go to drinkcintron.com/Vegas for your chance to sign up to win.
Yes.
Please.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy. Use them M perks. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Ruhl, Darren, McCarty, BMG, Spencer Raxter as well. And there are some people out there that have some common sense that I like to see. A tour says, Woodward Sports, can someone say it on air? Aaron Rodgers, 21 straight games without throwing for 300 yards. 21 straight.
Wait till week 1.
Against the Bills?
Against the Bills.
Get out of here.
Garrett Wilson, 135 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay. Still doesn't get him to...
Alan Lazard, 75 yards. Mecole Hardman, 85 yards.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, too, I've already been hearing everybody's hero, another one of those Jets guys you always hear about, Breece Hall.
Yeah.
Second on the depth chart to Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, it's Dalvin Cook.
No, I kept hearing about Breece Hall. Breakout rookie. Guy's going to be the man.
He's gonna have a good
Breece
year.
Hall is great. Great career.
It's a good backup.
It's a good duo.
Yeah.
Classic Jets, Breece Hall.
I had
Classic
him
Jets
last
guy.
year, dude. It hurt my fantasy when he went down.
That's what you get for banking on Breece Hall and somebody from the Jets. It's been proven time and time again. The names will change, but the results will be the same. It's the Jets.
Okay.
Never forget.
All right.
They're giving out shirts in the Jets locker room. I'm looking at it right now. The NFL just posted it. It's from Hard Knocks. It says from darkness to the Big Apple.
What does that even mean?
And his darkness retreat.
Oh.
Yeah. They're giving them out to the whole team.
This will be one of my. You know what, D-Mac? Guys, look.
It's setting up to be unbelievable. We're gonna
D-Mac. I apologize to the people, and I know we're Detroit sports, and I know we talk Detroit sports, and that's what we want. But guys, this is shaping up to be one of my greatest victories in the history of my life.
Because you're gonna watch the implosion.
I am.
From a distance, and like it's like. And I think it's also too, right? Like, so if we use Claude Lemieux as like the biggest villain, I think that Aaron Rodgers is even more because of like, at least with Claude and the Unrivaled, and you know, you can sense that there's a bit of a human being there. We don't have that sense with Aaron Rodgers. So for us that he's tormented us for years, Neal, we're gonna get some satisfaction watching him implode somewhere else.
And I know you guys all have your talking points. I see it. Stephen Baffy. Rodgers is doing things I have not seen him do for a long time with the Packers. I mean, he took a $35 million pay cut. He's all in and he's still elite. I just hope it all blows up on them. And Stephen, you and I are in lockstep here. But here's the deal. The $35 million pay cut. He didn't take a pay cut. He bought something with that $35 million. He bought a way out. Because when it implodes, it ain't on A-Raj. It ain't on him. He took the pay cut.
I did everything that I could do.
I did everything I could do. I'm going to go to a darkness retreat and think about it. He did everything he could do. I did all I could do. I took a pay cut to be here. He bought something with that $35 million. He bought responsibility deflection.
Did that $35 million get him faster to move in the pocket?
Nope.
Absolutely,
it did
what
not.
I'm saying. It had nothing to do with what it does for his talent. It just bought him an excuse.
All it did is for the simps like Sam Flannel that worship still at the altar of Aaron Rodgers. All it did was give them some fuel to say, oh, he's doing all he can do. He did all he can do. It's not Rodgers' fault. It's Breece Hall's fault because he's a bust. No, Breece Hall is Breece Hall, everybody. If he was so great, they wouldn't have went out and got Dalvin Cook. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's all these things are telling you that. And he is still elite. Well, Steve, it's been over 21 games. You're pushing a year and a half since he's had a 300-yard passing day. Remember this, guys. D-Mac, there's not a gentle erosion. There's not. You wake up one day and it's over.
I think in football, that's even
more
so
the
the
case.
Truth. More so the truth.
Save the Tom Brady stuff. He's a unicorn. You just wake up and it's over one day. God, I can't wait. Answer 14. Rodgers has never taken responsibility in his career. When it's good, it's I. When it's bad, it's we. He sucks. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess.
Thank you.
I guess get your Aaron Rodgers slander in for the last couple of minutes. I mean, it's a makeshift bag on Rodgers. But
Brandon Katz, that's a bad take by Neal. That's not how the New York media works. Rodgers will get all the blame if the Jets struggle. Brandon, that's part of why it's going to implode. This isn't 6 reporters around your locker like it is in Green Bay. There will be no escape. We laid out the schedule. Home against Buffalo, at Dallas. If they're 0-2, there's 140
what's coming
reporters.
Next? What's the next game?
They'll be home against the Patriots.
Okay, so
and that could be the one to break their back, which would be awesome.
Hey, that's a dub. They're probably going to win.
And then it's
home
KC,
against
right?
The Patriots. Come on.
Yeah.
Then it's KC.
Then it's KC coming to town.
So KC's going to be pissed because we beat them.
That's
and
right.
They're going to be fired up.
Because they've lost their throne in the eyes of the NFL world.
Yeah.
There's a new sheriff in town. All right. Tomorrow, Dispo, Romeo. Guys, I'm telling you this. If you're into cannabis, if you're not into cannabis, fine. T-burgers, everybody is into.
Yeah.
I'm telling you this, guys. It is the greatest hamburger I've ever had.
Yeah, same.
They didn't pay me.
Nope.
They just let me eat a hamburger. It's great.
It was amazing.
Amazing. So hope to see you out there. Dispo, Romeo. Home game for me, everybody. Yay me.
One more growl, D-Mac.
Well, see you later.